Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. INCOSE ASEP Systems Engineering Preparation through this handbook. In this video, I will be discussing rest of the sections in the chapter 2. Without further ado, let's dive into it. In this chapter, sections we are addressing will be mainly related to systems engineering. So we will be looking at these following questions. What are systems engineering definitions? What is the history of systems engineering? Why we need this systems engineering? And what are definition systems thinking, leadership, developments of systems engineering? So let's look into those. So INCOSE provides a specific definition, and there are two others who introduce the systems engineering definitions that this book talks about, but let's go one by one. INCOSE explains that systems engineering is a process that involves both business and technical needs to provide quality products that meets customer necessities. Whereas Einser, he explains that systems engineering is an iterative process that goes from top to bottom, which involves these concepts, that is concept, development, and execution or operation. So to satisfy these stages are passed by the system to satisfy the real world scenarios in an optimal manner. This whole process is called as a systems engineering. And the other definition that the book talks about is through FAA. Systems engineering discipline focuses on design and application. It is as a whole system, similar to the system. It considers social and technical aspects of it. So now we would like to know what this systems engineering origins are. So it is actually started in 1930s but became effective in 2002. All these standards and approaches have been effective since 2002. So why we need this systems engineering? There are two specific reasons why we need those. One is as the systems become complex, these were something I discussed in my previous video. If you haven't looked at that, please go and check out my video where I talk about complex and complexity. So here the systems engineering is mainly required to reduce risks and also increase effectiveness of the product development. So let me explain these two figures from INCOSE. So the first one that we are looking at is figure 2.4 on the right. That shows the cost distribution. You can see it's a cost distribution versus the life cycle management. So when you look at the costs in development, it's much lower. So you can see 3x becomes 20x and then 50x in production. So you can see how tremendously the cost increases through the life cycle if you haven't paid attention in the beginning of the program. Then you are more likely to be investing a lot of money in the later part of the program where it's supposed to be in the production or operation. So this is the figure emphasis is on. So as a systems engineer and also the person who are practicing systems engineering principles, this is a most important figure and eye-opener, I believe. And then the other one here the book talks about is the performance itself. So it gives us a breakdown of how much systems engineering performance we have. So in among the projects, so if you have a lower systems engineering capability, meaning the person is not familiar with the principles, not have enough training. To see if you actually have a higher performance person, so you will have a higher performance through those higher capable systems engineers. So it is very important for any beginner systems engineers to be trained and focus on the right systemic principles. So now the book introduces a new concept. It's not a new concept. I feel like we already do these kind of concepts in our regular work. It's just that the wording or the term itself is not aware to most of us. So this is about systems thinking. Thinking is built upon two main strategies. One is having a deep understanding to analyze problems or opportunities, and the other, able to see patterns in problems or solutions. So the book also gives us good habits as a system thinker one must have, and I've listed only 6 because I think these are key ones, and I feel I need to be able to implement some of these which I'm not aware of. That's why I've listed these 6, but there are a few more, couple of more others, more than 6. So let me go through those 6 which I identified is very, very important. So the first one is we need to be able to understand big picture, understand changes, and systems element tend to change, and we should be able to understand those as well as the patterns that occur in those systems elements. The other one is changing perspective to increase understanding. So we need to be able to change perspective now and then. And the other one is analyze issue fully and do not come to quick solutions. This is often what we see in beginner level systems engineer, especially someone who newly introduced into that project, probably doesn't even have more experience and background of how those things are dealt. I think this is a trap for them. That's why be more careful when you're analyzing. Do not come to quick solutions. And the other one is account short-term and long-term goals. It is very crucial. We have to think in a big picture, long-term way. What happens to that system when it goes into service, when it goes into production, operation? All those long-term actions need to be accounted for the system. These are key characteristics of system thinkers. And then we also have another main factor, finding origination of unintended sequences. This often occurs when you do testing, validation, verification. So, and the book to another term, that is systems engineering leadership. Systems engineering leadership has four main types of managements: decision management, risk management, portfolio management, knowledge management. We probably are aware of portfolio and risk management, but I think decision management and knowledge management are something I'm newly introduced to. And there are 8 leadership aspects. So what are they? So these are again what I identified. There are a couple of more in addition to these. So please check out those if you are preparing. But these are the key ones I identified, and I think I need to put it in practice. So they are: think strategically, know big picture, capture your organization's mission, convey information between customer and internal team, communicate them, right? Convey and convert any ambiguous problems to precise and clear solutions, work harmoniously in teams and manage conflicts, also facilitate decision making. These are 8 key leadership aspects. It's a takeaway from this chapter. At least I feel that we need to implement these or start implementing those if we are not doing some of those. Okay, that's it for this chapter and video. I think we have learned quite a lot from the chapter 2. let's do this quiz. Here is some questions that I have listed. If you grab a pen and paper, feel free to pause this video and answer these questions, and I'm going to show the answers in a while. Okay, I think you might have gotten most of the questions correct. So you can check these answers and see if you have answered correctly, and let me know how much useful this video has been to you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Share this video and like. Good luck to you guys. Thanks for watching.